Glenn Powell's ex is finally breaking her silence, and what she's saying about his chemistry-fueled press tour with Sydney Sweeney is sending shockwaves through Hollywood. But that's just the beginning. Pride Month has been anything but peaceful, with Jojo Siwa clapping back at Miley Cyrus, Billie Eilish getting roasted for locking lips with Nat Wolff, Fletcher facing unexpected backlash, and Claro caught up in a mystery man controversy. The internet is divided, fans are spiraling, and the girlies? They're in their feelings. Let's unpack it all. Let's start with Glenn Powell and his ex, Gigi Paris, because her appearance on the Too Much podcast this week dropped a lot more than subtle hints. She opened up for the first time since Glenn's promotional whirlwind with Anyone But You co-star Sydney Sweeney, a tour that had fans convinced the co-stars were way more than just acting. The flirty red carpet moments, behind-the-scenes clips, and over-the-top chemistry had social media practically begging them to confess a secret relationship. The kicker? Both Glenn and Sydney were very much in committed relationships at the time. Glenn with Gigi, and Sydney reportedly engaged to Jonathan Davino. Gigi recalled how hurt she felt watching her boyfriend lean into the public speculation without once denying it. She waited, hoping Glenn would shut it down and make it clear he wasn't cheating. But instead, the silence was deafening and damaging. She said it felt like she had two choices: pretend she was fine with being disrespected for the sake of his career, or walk away. And walk away she did. Gigi eventually unfollowed Sydney, posted a cryptic message about knowing when to walk away, and broke things off. Fans praised her honesty on the podcast, and the reaction has been overwhelmingly supportive. Finally, someone said the quiet part out loud. Now that brings us to the broader pattern unfolding this month. Queer women in the spotlight facing criticism, some fair, some frankly bizarre, for who they choose to love. It started with Jojo Siwa, who after publicly dating Kath S., was seen getting close with Chris Hughes during her Big Brother appearance. The internet lit up with accusations of disrespect, betrayal, and of course endless debate about her identity. When Jojo confirmed her relationship with Chris, some fans called it a Pride Month betrayal, ignoring the fact that Jojo had openly discussed feeling conflicted and discovering she identified as queer, not strictly lesbian. That same energy hit Billie Eilish like a freight train this week when photos of her kissing Nat Wolff went viral. Fans were shocked, not because Billie has never dated men, she has, but because they assumed her queerness meant she was no longer allowed to. Comments poured in with everything from "this ruined my pride" to "all the girlies going straight this summer." It wasn't just Billie. Fletcher released her new track Boy, which subtly alluded to having loved a man, and suddenly she was getting heat too. The song itself felt like an apology, regretful, uncertain, real. Fletcher took to TikTok to remind fans she's always been queer, always will be, and that her identity isn't invalidated by who she's dating. She emphasized that her music reflects her truth, even when it's messy or uncomfortable. Then there was Claro, dragged into the discourse after being spotted at an Addison Rae show with a mystery man. One paparazzi photo and the internet erupted. "Day ruined," someone commented. "Get away from her, a man." While some responses were clearly jokes, others struck a nerve, especially for queer artists who've worked hard to represent the LGBTQ+ community, but are still human beings allowed to explore their identities and relationships. And just when it felt like the discourse might calm down, Miley Cyrus decided to stir the pot. While performing at DC Pride, she threw a playful jab at Jojo Siwa, joking about pulling her out of the closet and bringing her back. The crowd laughed, but Jojo? Not so much. She later posted a heartfelt response on Instagram, saying Miley has always been one of her biggest idols, and while she didn't believe the comment was meant to be malicious, it still didn't sit right. She messaged Miley directly, who responded with "all love always." But Jojo acknowledged that even a joke can sting, especially from someone you've looked up to your whole life. To her credit, Jojo handled it with grace, ending her post with a message about self-love, identity, and not letting other people's judgments take away your happiness. And honestly, in a Pride Month full of complicated headlines, that might be the message we all need. People are nuanced. Identity is fluid, and if nothing else, this chaotic month has made one thing clear. Queer celebs are navigating love, criticism, and expectation all at once, and we're watching every second of it. So what do you think? Was Gigi right to call Glenn out? Did Miley cross a line with Jojo? Are fans too harsh on Fletcher and Billy? Let me know in the comments. I love you guys so much. Stay messy, stay kind, and I'll see you in the next one.